Steve, let's go into some of the testimonials that you had.
Sure, absolutely. Hello, guys. I sent eBay a lot of photos, so let me go to the top. I'll just be skimming through as much as I can. So I'll be speed going over these since I have quite a lot of photos. So this is just like an audit report that I usually make for all my clients every single month that we get deletions for. So if you guys see on the left side here, JPMCB is JP Morgan. It's basically just Chase Bank. And Bank of Hope, I think that's like a Korean brand. And then Barclays, you guys know Barclays, and this is Porsche Financial. So all these are original creditors, like big banks and things like that. They got either Porsche, this car got repossessed, or they had bank loans or credit card debts not paid. And it says this is deleted. It's a charge-off account. Balance is $31,000. And then you can see Bank of Hope here, balance is $6,000. And then you can see Porsche, it says zero balance, but this client had over 40,000 in debt that we've deleted off of his report within a 60-day time frame permanently. And we can see another one here. This was a recent client. They didn't put their number or Instagram name on here since they wanted to keep it discreet. So I'm just showing the screenshots here. So Wells Fargo here, and then there's reliable debt credit. Any name that is not a real bank, you just see like random names you've never heard, is 90% of the time going to be a third-party collection agency, which that is what we could for sure guarantee and delete in full. And so that's the big advantage that we do have with our credit repair service. Affirm, that's another collection agency. US Collection in the West, that's a collection agency. Penn Credit Corporation, they've sent it off to a collection agency, it says here. Transworld Systems, that's not a real bank, so that's a collection agency. This one is a charge-off account because it's a major bank. But you can see here, a bunch of different debts like high balance, unpaid, $4,700, $500, $400, right? These are all repaired or deleted. Repaired means that we've repaired a late payment off of an active account that you guys have. Let's say a Chase card, you've been using it for 8 years, but you have 5 different late payments. We've deleted those late payments off of your active card record with Chase. So this is another big one, right? See, he had this client, his name James. I remember this because it was a big collection bill. This is off of Credit Karma. Grant Mercantile Age, obviously not a bank, it's a collection company. 4 different collections he had added up to $35,000. You can see it here. Total balance, like numbers don't lie, right? And then 0 collections, boom. And this was a client from last year. This was literally in 30 days, like 2 weeks on Experian and then 4 weeks on rest of the bureaus with TransUnion and Equifax. $35,000 deleted. If we could do that and help you save an extra $36,000 in your pocket so you don't panic, you don't freak out, and don't have to literally spend and drain your hard-earned money to these collection company, like how much would that elevate your life, right? How much can you put that into your business, put that into more of your backlinks, put that more into done-for-you automation with eBay, right? It could be pretty life-changing. There's another client here, and he got a 330-point increase, 280-point increase, all in the matter of 30 to 60 days. And this client was an insane file because we deleted over $4,000 student loans, medical bills, collections combined with this client. And he's around like 56-year-old gentleman. His name is James, the Dashball James. And he had a great profile foundation. I mean, he had over 27 credit cards and a long age, like over 30 years credit history. How he messed up is during COVID, he just had some hard times financially being left out of the job. He basically got fired. And so within a year and a half, he found another job. But within that time, he still has kids and family that he's got to feed. So he maxed out all his cards and unfortunately let it go. And I was able to go in there a couple of years later that he defaulted and everything got posted as negatives and completely wipe off Dashfall's negatives off the report.
Guys, you have to understand in the US, we don't totally understand this. Collection agencies are buying debt. They're taking a little bit of risk and they're trying to make money off of that debt, your debt, right? And collection agencies are quite vulnerable to someone like Steve that knows what he's doing because he's leveraging various documents, various law firms sometimes to get these things off. So he's doing some very advanced tactics, but at the end of the day, the US, they have a lot of laws to protect the buyer. So this is why he's able to do the things that he's able to do. But you have to understand when you owe debt to some big corporation, they sell that debt to a collection agency. Then Steve is able to delete those things. That's one thing to keep in mind is that there's changing of hands that's happening with your debt. And that's when Steve's able to help you guys. And a lot of you guys don't realize that, but that's the case. And he can look into that personally and consult with you as well.
Yeah, that's great input. With our company, SB Funding, and we also offer credit repair as well, we all do free consultations for all of eBay's clients. And so you guys can ask as much questions with our senior advisors or myself on the call. It's a 30, 40-minute consultation. Feel free to just ask any questions. That's all open to you guys. Okay. And then we can help you repair your credit, advise you on business funding, help you optimize your profile so you can get more funding. Whether you buy into eBay's program or not, you still want a better credit so that you can be prepared to have better financial decisions down the line and not last minute when you want to buy something, buy a house, car, refinance, get into a lease apartment. Oh my God, like my credit's bad. I should have done this later. Do it now so that you can prevent yourself from those types of situations down the line.
Yeah, and if you guys just DM me on Facebook if you want to get in touch with Steve, and I'll get you connected with Steve. One thing to also add is that a lot of you guys are just starting entrepreneurs. You guys need to be using credit cards because you're leaving money on the table. Every time you credit card, you get like 2% of the money you spend on it. So if you're somebody that doesn't even have a credit card, I would consult with Steve as well because it could be a difference from getting like a 5K card to getting a 30K, 40K card. You're gonna need credit cards beforehand, but if you have credit cards with other banks and you've been using that for the last couple years and you want to accelerate the growth of your business, then I would say contact me and I'll get you connected with Steve.
Yeah, 100%. And if you guys need tips on travel, hacking, utilizing your point redemptions correctly, if you fly often, I would say 4, 5, 6 times a year, especially internationally, for work, for pleasure, whatever that may be. You can also just ask me questions. I could give you advice and guides on that. We have certain hacks and things that you could take advantage of, and happy to just share that with you. Okay. And just going over, I might have 20 more photos, just going to kind of skim through it. This is one of our clients, CJ. We literally boosted his credit within 60 days from 650 to 740 score, and then deleted this many amount of items per bureau. You can see here, this is my CRM that I use for the credit repair, and clients can all check their reports on a monthly basis. This client, we've deleted on average 9 to 10 different items, went from 620 all the way to 740 to 750, which is great. And we did that within roughly like a 3.5 month time frame. And this client went from a 670-ish to 720 to some scores are even 780, which is awesome, and deleted X amount of items here. So these are all real people, real testimonials. And here, if you have a lot of increase, one tip I will tell you guys, when you guys get a new car and go to the car dealership, never let the dealership run your credit. This is exactly what happened to my friend, Zach. He applied for a car, had a 680 credit, but he wanted a nicer, expensive, like Mercedes-Benz. And so he had them just pull credit and he got 25 increase. It could have cost you just one increase when you go through a bank, like 1 or 2 banks, and they approve you. But instead, he had them pull a list of creditors and lenders for only 1 or 2 approvals, and it cost him 25 increase. And now he came back to me with credit repair and had to wait another 30 to 60 days and paid an extra on top where it was completely unnecessary and he could have avoided it. Just to show you guys proof that we deleted X amount of items off a report in 30 days. And then this client score didn't change like a crazy amount. Yes, it went from 560 to 640, but we deleted so many negatives off his report. I know Craig, we deleted more than $40,000 or $50,000 in collection that he had and credit card debt. Going more forward, we deleted 30 items here on Equifax, 15 items, 22 items. These are all our CRMs that we do use, and we can keep track of everything. There's no way we could Photoshop every single one of them. These are our phone tracker / credit monitoring system / you can see all your reports all in one CRM with the client portal that we have. You can see all the collections here. LVMV Funding is a big one. This is a big collection company across nationwide. All of these are collection names, so just keep a lookout on it. Like this client didn't have too much. She deleted maybe $4,000 or $5,000. Okay, so now I'm gonna show the other ones because I could go on and talk about this for hours, but I think you guys see the point here. We cover a lot of the credit repair side. I kind of want to show you guys more on the business funding side, some of the recent results in the last year, the last few months, and some of eBay clients too. This guy, Tino, is a good friend of mine. He's also on the website on the eBay funnel as well. But he went from a 580 to 720 credit score, and we funded him close to $150,000 for his body shop company. And then you see here, this is his Instagram name. This was about a year and a half ago, but we funded him and his wife close to 200,000. He got 120K, wife got 80,000. She didn't need more than 80,000, so she capped it from there. And they went into different Airbnb investments and things like that. And then this is my e-commerce friend, Anush. He had 4 different LLCs, so he got Amex Plaid and bunch of different gold cards for point redemptions, travel hacking, things like that. But he was at a 550 score when he worked with me. And then within 3 months, he got up to a 740 credit score and be able to scale his e-commerce store and have more credit flexibility. And so that was huge. My friend Almir just wanted one platinum and one gold card for travel redemptions. And he traveled a lot for friends and family. And so that was a big thing for him. This is Anthony. He has a small consulting agency for personal branding and he's out in New York, and we got him close to 170,000 to $200,000, and this was about a couple years ago. This was my friend Chris. He does e-commerce and he sells solar, I believe, but he wanted an extra 80 to 100K to spend more on inventory. We definitely got him a good amount with just 2-3 chase cards and another card to be able to get close to 100K. This guy Ryan, he's a big e-commerce guy based on Instagram, and this was like a 325 point increase, which is freaking huge. I've never seen a point increase that big before. We deleted close to probably $250,000 worth of debt for him because he was on the verge of bankruptcy, and I told him to give my service a chance one time because your debt's really old and have defaulted for more than 5-6 years, and statute of limitation across the United States is generally 7 years. After that, the collection agencies or debt collectors, whoever, can't go after you legally. Let me give it a shot and try to delete all the items. And within 30 to 60 days, 325 point increase. And maybe a couple items came back throughout the months, and then we deleted 90% of them within a 4-month period. So this is a huge thing, right? This is a really huge thing. Very proud of that for Ryan. This is my good friend Ciara. She's a real estate broker out in Vegas. Does tens of millions of revenues per year. We got her from 670 to 800 literally overnight in 30 days. We removed 25,000 in collections, repo, and charge-offs, and increase. She was able to finance a house within a 60-90 day time frame and get her dream home. Like, it's a $2 million estate out in Vegas. So good for her. Those are really easy because it was all collections and a couple charge-offs. This is Maria. I'm sure you've seen John. We all travel together. We're all entrepreneurs traveling together. As a close friend, he's literally in the other room. I helped his mom go from 710 credit score to 780, and now she's at an 810. We deleted $80,000 in debt. These were more complex files with 7 charge-off, which means it's the bank, the original creditor, like Bank of America, Chase, Wells Fargo. It's a lot more complex and harder to remove those items, but we deleted pretty much 90% of the negatives off the report, including 5 collections, all in 30 days. She was literally done in 30 days. It was so quick. Usually we don't get that fast of a removal. It takes 60, 90 days sometimes to get the rest of it off, but hers was 30 days. So very good. Congrats, John's mom. And Maria. And then Dimitri went from 620 to 720. Numbers don't lie. You can see the dates up there. These are really good, amazing results before and after that we see October to December, literally 2 months. I think we can go on, but the results and the testimonies and the numbers are all there. Now, without further ado, I'm just going to go over a few of these clients that were a little bit more recent, I would say within a few months to a year, and show you guys the funding. So now I do have to give you guys precaution. As of 2-3 months ago, due to political reasons and our president being in office and just a lot of politics being involved, banks have been slightly restricting on funds. It's still good. We're still getting clients close to $80,000 to $100,000 around that range. But it used to be a lot more that we could get for clients such as this, like literally less than a few months to a year ago. We can get multiple 1 or 2 chase cards, $50,000, $70,000 on each card. Now it's a lot less. I would say like maybe half of this now. We can still get clients funding, but it's not the grand $150,000 to $200,000 anymore. And that's only for a certain amount of time. I don't know when the banks will release the funds again. I think when market stabilizes, that goes for stocks and just the economy in general. I believe within a year or less, it will stabilize. But that's why I think Ipe made an important point. We never know what the future holds, right? So before, whether they strict more funds or not, anything can happen. So get your funding ASAP before any bad things can happen, right? And so they could be stricting more in a few months, in next year. Who knows?